Is everything ready, Jinkook? Asked Jin while turning off the gas. Jinkook was startled as he was taking a nap instead of decorating the living room. Yes, Jung, just 2 more minutes. Jinkook lied straight through his teeth and started to put the rest of the balloons on the wall with the tape in his one hand. After around 20 minutes, it was looking well decorated, according to Jinkook, for the birthday celebration of that person. He just chuckled at the thought. Jin just sighed when he entered in the living room. What's wrong with you, Jinkook? Why didn't you put lily flower in the vase and why didn't you use all of the balloons? Do you call it decoration? Jin scolded the doe-eyed boys, who rolled his eyes. Hyung, it's not like a real birthday. Why to put Jungkook stopped in the middle and quickly jumped on the sofa to attach more balloons on the wall when he noticed Jin glaring at him like a hawk. After half an hour, everything was ready. Then Jin put the cake on the table and went in his mom's room and came back with the photo frame in his hands. He delicately put the frame on the table and then asked Jungkook to cut the cake with him, who definitely said no, but after a lot of pleadings and glaring from Jin, he finally agreed. Finally, after 1 hour, they wrapped up everything. Meanwhile, Jungkook was so feisty. Not like he was better any time, but still more moody than usual. And the very first season was the Jinkook. All those meals which were never his favorite. In fact, he hated almost all of them. Like seriously, for that person, they are just starving the alive one. And the second one reason for his bad mood was a slight headache in his hand, which was increasing with every passing second. So he just stormed upstairs to have some rest. After around 1 more hour, after cleaning all the mess, Jin reached in his bedroom, only to find the younger one pressing his hand brutally. He just quickly dashed to his brother's side. Don't do it, it will hurt, said Jin after grabbing the hands of the younger, who whined loudly. Hyung, it is hurting. Jin quickly made him sit and gave him a painkiller. After taking his medicine, Jungkook was about to lay down again, but the smell of his favorite meal quickly energized him. Hyung, from where it came? Asked Jungkook while almost snatching the burgers from the hand of Jin, who almost cursed the younger one, Brad. Now, after having his dinner, Jungkook was taking a head massage from his brother, who was yawning but still was managing to give his service to the younger. But Jungkook's next question made Jin jolt out of his laziness. Hyung, why do they love him so much? Jin knew that Jungkook is too much jealous from his own brother, who maybe even is not alive. Every parent loves their child, Jungkook, said Jin, the most obvious answer he could give. But Jungkook's next question made him all flustered. Then, why don't they love us same as him? Jungkook looked at his older brother, who was looking a bit sad but managed to give a fake smile. But Jungkook was able to see through his young very clearly. He grabbed Jin's hand, moving in his ear. Tell me, Hyun, what's so special about Ji-hyun that they cares about him that much, even after all these years, and what happened to him? Framed Jungkook all his questions in his words. Please don't be silent, Jin-hyun. I also want to know that why did they make me supplement of a dead person? What do you think that I don't know? I know everything. They uses me just to forget the pain of death of their favorite son, said Jungkook, almost half yelling due to all the frustration bottled up inside him over the years. No, Jungkook, it is not like that. They love you. Jin was cut off by Jungkook, who yanked the hand of older one from his face. Don't lie, Hyung, don't. I know very well that how much they love me. Do you know how it feels when they call me Jihoon by mistake? They treat me like a prince just because they see their dad's son in me. But what about me, Hyun? I lost myself. I just became the shadow of that Ji-hyun who died but left a scar on my life. I hate him. I hate him. It was better that I could have died instead of him. At least then they would not have to act. Or why did he even born? I just hate him. I always tried to be best in everything so that they could recognize me as Jungkook, not Jihyun. But they never did that. You know what? Just because of them, I started to hate my own dad brother, who is not even at a fault, but I hate him. If he is alive somewhere, then I wish his life to be more worse than hell because he made mine. Why did he even vote? Jungkook almost fell on his knees when he realized that what he was about to say for his own brother. Meanwhile, Jin was unable to even form words. He knew that his little brother doesn't like Jihoon, but this much hatred and that too for his own brother, he never thought about this. Jungkook, I myself don't know much that why and when all of this happened. I even don't have his face in my memories. All I know, a 2-year-old child running beside me all the time. That day, I just remember one thing, that he had a strong fever, and Yoma and Oppa, they both took him to the hospital, and you were just a month old, and all I know that he never came back. I know that Yoma and Appa say Jihoon in you, but they love you a lot. They just try to forgive the pain of losing their son by searching for him in you. I'm more than sure, Cookie. They love you so much as you. Well, Jin was not wrong. Their parents loved them so much. But the pain of losing their child never left their soul. But it doesn't mean that what Jungkook said is not true. Jin is saying at the one side of the coin, where he is saying the pain and agony of their parents. But Jungkook is facing almost opposite side of the same story, where all the love and care of his parents seems lied to him. He just lost his identity in the shadow of his brother who never came back. It seems like he is living someone else's life. And with that, Jungkook completely breaks in his own tears, and there was only his brother to carry him and wipe his tears. It was the irony of the situation that his one brother was wiping his tears and the light in his lost life. Meanwhile, other one was the reason of painting the darkness in his life. Little did he knew that there was nothing wise in blaming to someone who did nothing, but at least it helped him to be sane by blaming the other for his messed up life. Meanwhile, Namjoon was little shocked when he got to know that his father wants to meet him. It was the last year when he saw him last, and he was kind of nervous that his father called him as such as. When he reached at his father's office, he just made a 90-degree bow. But his heart was beating at the insane speed. He don't know but why he was feeling too much weird since the morning, and his heart almost dropped into his stomach when he saw the familiar boys in the picture on his father's table. Appa? Namjoon was about to ask that why those brothers' picture was there, but before he could ask anything, his father himself gave him the pictures. I need both of them, Dad. And that too not a simple Dad. Use all of your wit to make them their life miserable and then kill them in front of their parents. First time in his life, Namjoon felt like to vomit at such thought, as he found it completely disgusting. Why not a normal death, Appa? Asked Namjoon with firm expressions on his face. Kill them just like they killed your grandparents and just like their parents planned to hit your pregnant mother with their car. Namjoon never felt more raised towards someone as soon he got to know that those brothers' parents were the reason of death of his family. He had already listened from the servants that how his mother managed to give him birth even after that accident, but could not even hold him, and the death of his grandparents in front of his eyes just seems like yesterday. Everything was so fresh in his memory, and now when he got to know that who is the reason behind his messed up life, he will make them pay for the everything. His father told him every single thing, that how he is gonna enter in the lives of the kings and how he is gonna use their own soul for their downfall. I already snatched their one son, and now it is your turn to turn their whole house into ashes, said his father, wiping the tear that threatened to fall from his eyes. And Namjoon nodded his head with a strong determination to make them pay for their deeds.